What's up guys, welcome to Daily Refinement. In today's video, it's a mouthful. I'm going to go over the 9 promotions that eBay offers. All of these 9 promotions increase the number of sales that you get, but you actually don't need any of them. So I'm going to go over exactly why. We're going to make a list right here of the 9 different promotions real quick, which is sales event markdowns, offer to watchers, manual markdown, private and public coupons, newsletters, promoted listings, volume discount, combined shipping discount, and order discount. So these are the 9 different ways that you can actually offer your customers an incentive to buy an item from you, but you don't actually need any of these. Not all of these require a store subscription, but some do. But I'm going to go over right now the things that you need to do to sell an item. So you could have an item set up with all 9 of these promotions and still not sell it if you don't have the basics right. So today I'm going to go over our eBay white papers and the overview. And you don't have to take our eBay white papers, but you still have to know all these different steps in order to be successful. And there's a reason why the white paper eBay promotions section is number 9, because it's not important. It's actually extra. So if you can't sell an item to begin with without these promotions, you won't be able to sell it with these promotions. So I would consider eBay promotions the cherry on top of your existing eBay Sunday, which is what we're going to go over right now. So number 1 is going to be setting up your eBay photography station. This is key because you need customers to be able to see your items. Clear pictures are really, really important so your customer knows what they're buying. Above all else, you guys could maybe pause the video, smash a like button, and just write this sentence down. All customers care about is getting their item on time and as described. On time as described. Customer, on time as described. They don't care if there's a coupon or a newsletter or a mark, none of that. They just want to know, is it as described? Is it what it cost? They don't want to be surprised with it being too expensive either. So is it as described and is it on time? So once you have your photo set up, the next part is, what are the components of a quality listing? There are 9 different sections of the eBay listing. All of these different components are important for item accuracy. You have to have a quality listing and a quality item in order to sell it. Next is, you have to be able to list in under 1 minute. Now, you don't have to list in under 1 minute, but you have to know how. This is really important because if you understand how, then you can reverse engineer every single part of your eBay listing. But if you don't know how long it takes you to list and the difference between the way that you list and listing under 1 minute, if you don't understand why somebody can list under 1 minute and it takes you 10 or an hour to list an item, you won't be successful at eBay. You have to understand what the components are of listing and how long things take. Next is creating a date-based inventory system. So in our system here, everything is chronological, 0 through infinity. So it's in order. So you have to have a system that's date-based so that you never lose an item. Losing an item takes up so much time and it puts you in a horrible mental place when you lose an item. And of course, this violates both of what the customer wants. It's not as described and they never got it. So you're leaving a very, very negative experience for the customer. Next is how to ship items cost effectively. So this is important because the customer needs to know when they're getting the item and you need to be able to ship it for as cheap as possible so that you can keep that profit margin up so you can continue to buy and sell more items. So it's really important to understand how to ship items cost effectively. These components that we're going over right now in the eBay white papers are steps 1 through 8. These are the most important parts. If you do 1 through 8 correctly, you don't need any promotions. So when you guys are watching my Reseller Nirvana experiment from me building a full-time income, every single item I did all of these 8 steps and I didn't even offer best offer. So no best offer, no promotions. I wasn't even eligible for promoted listings because in the beginning you're not even eligible for that. So I just did it the old-fashioned way, which is steps 1 through 8. So number 6, how to set up your eBay books. You have to understand the eBay numbers. And on the morning call this morning, somebody asked a really great question, which was, how do I know how much they charge me for return shipping labels, right? A lot of people don't ask that question. So in the eBay section with the individual transaction report, you can sort by return shipping label. And when I was pouring through the beginning challenge, I only had like 5 items in my store. So I could look at every single fee charged to me and it was fantastic. I get to see how all these different fees work, when you get billed. You don't get billed right away when somebody returns an item on that shipping label. So it's not like you even get charged. Some of my returns took 7 or 8 weeks before they even showed up on the transaction report. So it can take a while for them to even bill you that part, which is kind of nice. They front the bill first and then charge you later. So it's important to understand line by line how to make profit. And I also have a video called How to Make $10 Profit. And that video goes over exactly all the different expenses on eBay. And again, this is complicated, so take your time as you're going through this information. Next, number 7 is understanding the importance of the eBay selling metrics and account health. This is key because you have to understand how to keep your account top rated. eBay is so competitive. There's 1 billion listings. So learning how to keep your account in top rated gives you a boost in the search ranking, and you need that better visibility or it's very difficult to sell items. So 40% of all sales on eBay happen above the fold, which means if you're not ranking on top, you have a 50%, like you're in the half of people who never sell their items. So you have to learn how to rank on top. Number 8 is understanding the eBay traffic page. The reason why it's number 8 is it's not that important, but essentially what you're doing is figuring out what clicks are, what impressions are, and what sell-through rate is. And when you figure out all these different numbers, you can adjust the types of items that you sell and adjust your processes so that you're focusing on items that sell faster. But this is more of an advanced tactic, and I didn't do that when I first started. All I did was look at my items, look at the solds. Is this gonna sell? What's it gonna sell for? How long am I guessing it's gonna take for this to sell? I didn't worry about clicks or impressions or sell-through in the beginning, and you shouldn't either. If you're selling under 20 items a day, you don't need promotions and you don't need to understand clicks and impressions. So yeah, as you guys know, I wrote these white papers with my colleague Tech and Sports. They didn't even have all this information when he started. So all these new metrics and tools are new. So business policies, promotions, performance page are all new. So you don't need any of this to be successful. It's just there to give you additional tools. But people make this huge mistake where they focus on these instead of the important top 7 things on this list. So number 9 is the promotions tab, which we went over earlier. It's how to optimize all 9 of these different promotions if you want to. So when I was on eBay, and Tech currently does all 9 of these to the fullest degree. So if you want every single sale, then do every single thing that the white paper recommends. If you want some of the sales, then do some of the things in the white paper checklist. So a lot of people just do a few things, and I call this the Jen method. And we love Jen. Jen's in the group, but she just utilized 3 of these, which are the manual markdown, the coupon, and the sales event markdown. So what she did was she lowered the price, she added a sale, and then she had a coupon. So essentially what she did was she triple discounted her item. So it's kind of like a fire sale, like everything 50% off. So I call that the Jen method, which is a great way to get immediate sales, but it's not necessarily the most profitable way. If you want the most profitable way to do eBay, you have to do all 10 of these. So number 10 is finding items locally. And this is huge because finding items locally allows you the greatest margin typically because you're not paying the shipping and transportation costs for somebody to consolidate it for you. So you go find the item, it's just your time, right? You find the item, you list it for sale. Finding items locally is huge. That's the longest lecture out of the 10, which is finding items locally, because that's kind of where bulk starts. That's how you start scaling your business. In the beginning, it doesn't matter. You can start around the house. You don't need this yet. You need to figure out how to sell things on eBay first. And then after you learn how to sell anything, then you look for specific things. You start broad, become more specific over time. You start out as an everything seller, you become a niche seller over time. That's how this works. So in the bonus lecture, so the eBay white papers is only available for annual subscribers to our mentorship. But if you want to get a taste of what it's like, the advanced eBay tutorial is available for $5 in the podcast only section. And I would listen to the advanced eBay, which talks about how to safely grow your eBay store. And that is only for $5, you get access to all of our previous podcasts. But that podcast specifically is the basis of the white paper. So the white paper is how to do eBay effectively, and that advanced eBay tutorial goes over how to reinvest your money starting from zero. So you don't need any money, all you need is time to start an eBay business. So I would listen first to the advanced eBay tutorial. It's a bonus podcast, so each month we release a bonus podcast to all of our members because as a thank you for people who support our channel. It's one of the best podcast episodes we've ever recorded, and it just goes over how to safely grow your business and that you have to start with no money. So we appreciate you guys. Hopefully this is a useful tutorial of the 9 promotions that people spend 90% of their time on, but only has 10% of the effect. So don't focus on the cherry on top of the sundae, focus on the sundae. Appreciate you guys. Make progress daily.